Let me see. Let me see if I'm vibing. Having some technical difficulties. I might have to redo this live. I don't want to. I really don't want to. Let me make sure I ain't got no. See, I'm gonna have nice and quietness in this car, but I don't want my. I don't want the train to end. I've been having some. I'm in my garage, man, so I might be having some Wi-Fi connectivity issues. If not, I'm gonna have to hook up my mic and go in the crib. But I really don't want to do that. I want to just get this out the way. So I think I'm gonna just dive into it. Maybe it'll merge the first part of this conversation with now, because I already gave a show introduction. Um, but you know what? This is an interesting day. Today is an interesting day. I'm gonna leave this up. No matter whether you're tuning in now or you're tuning in later, I'm gonna leave this up. All I ask is that you hit the like button, hit the subscribe button, hit the share button, throw 50K in the chat. 50 is to uh 50 50K is acknowledging and it's symbolic of the 50,000 subscriber movement that we have going on this channel right now, and I know that we're going to get it and we're going to achieve this feat this year because we want 50,000 people here having these uncomfortable, controversial conversations with me, with us as we build this community. Today is interesting. Today is interesting, and I'm going to speak on where we are politically right now in this country as black people. I'm gonna just get specific. I'm not gonna beat around the bush. I'm not gonna preference what I'm saying. I'm not gonna be nice. And this is just based off of what I've been seeing because today was the inaugural day. It was the inauguration of President Donald J. Trump. And it also happens to fall on the holiday as we celebrate Martin Luther King's accomplishments, his birthday. It's a holiday. We celebrate Martin Luther King, even though his birthday was on the 16th, but we celebrate his birthday celebration. Um, what is it? Third Monday, or whatever the case may be. I should know that's very important. I'm not being dismissive, but you know, I I don't know the exact time frame of it, but it's a holiday. So today we have the inauguration on top of having it be MLK Day. So you have so many people that feel like we shouldn't be uh, involved in this inauguration, looking at it, watching it, because they're so mad that this man is the president of the United States right now. They're so angry with him. So it's like, oh, how could he be getting in the office? How could he be getting in the office on the day of a man who fought against racism, who was the reason why we have the civil rights movement, the reason why we have the Voters' Right Act. I'm sorry I gotta do this. I gotta be the moderator and put. If you come in and trolling, you're gonna get deleted. I'm just being honest with you. I'm gonna get you out of here, man. Like if you're trolling, go do something else, man. This ain't even worth it. You're gonna get out of here. We're gonna put you out of here. I ain't got no mods in here. But I tell you what, before you troll, if you just coming in, hit the like button. Go ahead, hit the like button. You can do that. Don't troll, hit the like button. Everybody coming in right now, go ahead, hit that like button. Just tap that like button for me. But anyways, you have this situation. You have this situation where people just feel like this is a terrible day because Donald Trump has been associated or a satellite to a lot of racism or racist groups or activities or ideology. If you look at the Trump campaign, if you look at wherever he is, he's been associated with a lot of madness, it seems, right? So people are so offended that today, which is the inaugural day, falls on MLK Day. But I'm wondering, did anybody actually look at his speech and see what he said? Especially black people. Because I'm seeing all this information about black people falling out of black women mainly. It's black women that they just sitting down during this administration. First off, how important do you think you are that you matter? Because 90% of y'all voted for Kamala and she ain't win. 90% of y'all, then you convinced 85% of the black men to fall in line with you and do the same thing. And Kamala did not win. So when black women are making this statement and talking about how they want to sit this out and that this doesn't matter to them anymore, what does it matter? Because numerically, where are you? Market it very well, but anything that you're doing, what great impact have you had on the black community? Then what we have to understand too about MLK, and people just need to understand that Martin Luther King made it possible for us to integrate and take advantage of the system in which we hadn't done that. We hadn't done that at all. So it's like when you're up here getting so angry and talking about like you feeling like it's the end of the world because he's in here. Did you listen to his speech when he's talking about having a meritocracy and being colorblind? Listen, we got to catch up with the times and understand that if we keep talking about racism and how race is affecting us, we won't have any real progression. Because what has really happened is, remember, the Voters' Rights Act of 1965, the Civil Rights Acts of 1964 is what enabled us to be able to progress on and move and do the things we're doing, but we hadn't taken full advantage of that. You know, they got to give it up for Martin Luther King, and they have a statue of him where they were today. Um, you have black people intertwined in the political process, positions, whatever the case may be. This all came because somebody had to fight for it. What else are we doing? This is why I said the other day when I talked about Jasmine Crockett making that old bonehead statement that we're in the times of the 60s. No, we're not. We're not in that time. We're not in the same time. We're not in the same time as we was back in the 60s. We progressed so much further than that. We're going to have to live in that. You can't be crying these 4 years talking about what you're not going to get and how it's going to turn into fascism and all. We really think that the United States of America is going to turn into Nazi Germany? I don't. You have to understand what makes the nation great. You have to understand what makes the nation great. When you talk about the United States Constitution, when you talk about, you know, the three branches of government, you know, Bill of Rights, how this thing is all lined up and what it's based on. This is why he talks about freedom of speech today too, how you have to have real freedom of speech. That's why TikTok coming back. Even though I definitely think that they're taking data. And that's a problem because a lot of these Chinese companies, they are um, so their national security laws in China is like, hey, you're a company over here, we can access that information because, we can do that. That's what they're saying. I mean, they can definitely do that. At the same time, we as citizens, we have something that was provided to us that gave us speech that, I'm gonna really I'm gonna cut the crap. I'm gonna cut the crap. Okay, I'm gonna say this. Honestly, I'm all free speech matters. We have to have free speech. I love that he's talking about taking away. I love that he's taking away major censorship. Like we don't want to be censored like that at all. I agree. I think that gives people like me who hey, I'm gonna time you out right now, and I'll time you out again if you come back as somebody else. Get a life. I'm talking. Don't come in here with no crap. I appreciate those that's coming in and just, vibing right now. If y'all can hit that like button, I'd appreciate that. We definitely want YouTube to recommend this channel because we're always having dope conversations. So I'd appreciate it if y'all hit that. And go ahead and throw 50K in the chat too. I appreciate everybody chiming in right now and tuning in. But yeah, I mean, America has been built in a way that has made it perform in present day as one of the most freest places you can be. Yes, it has its issues. We talk about that. Politically, it has its issues for sure. There are things that have been done abroad that I think is, ridiculous. We know this. But when you talking about a man that's saying, "Hey, I'm gonna pull out of war. I want to get out of these, wars. I want to drill here. I want to have oil export here." Taking back the Panama Canal, I understand that. And it's going back to the TikTok thing. Okay, So yeah, we could have, we're gonna allow this Chinese company in here. They got all these tabs on us or whatever the case may be. But I tell you what we gotta do is you definitely gotta secure those borders, and you have that Panama now is an issue. Fentanyl coming in through the borders. China has a lot to do with that. That stuff matters. These are the things that we need to be talking about outside of racism. Man, nobody care about racism no more when it comes to black people. It's just what it is. Nobody care. They do not care about our situation, and it is our situation to be fixing in the first place. Which is why we start with the family. Which is why on this channel we talk relationships and we're talking about the families, because families are going to make communities safer and stronger. And if you don't have a family, if you don't believe in conventional families, that man got on TV today and say we already recognizing two genders, male and female, rightfully so. Rightfully so. That's what matters. But see, this is what I said even when I talked about Jasmine Crockett. The black voice has been used to entertain. The black voice has been used to entertain, and many of the black voters aren't really informed. It's changing, and mainly because people were mad about jobs. People were mad about just the economy. Man, did y'all see how Dr. Fauci, and I gotta, fact check this, Biden is pardoning a guy that hasn't even been criminally held for any reason because of them shots? Remember how they used entertainers to come through and start telling people about them shots and all of that, and everybody, oh, get your vaccine, you can't. Now look at all the pushback on those vaccines. And you were being peddled this garbage through entertainers. Hey y'all, if y'all just tuning in right now, y'all go ahead and hit that like button. When you hit the like button, YouTube will recommend our channel. And we want more people to be a part of this conversation, because I know here we're having very important, uncomfortable, controversial conversations that we need to have. But they're very important. So y'all go ahead and hit that like button. Let's get them likes up. Let's go ahead and hit that like button. Go ahead and get them likes up. Let's get 3 likes. Come on. We just want 3. We talking about this inauguration. We talking about Donald Trump. This is MLK Day. This is a day of freedom. This is the liberation. This is Liberation Day. Y'all go ahead and hit that like button when y'all come on in. Man, let me tell you something. Politically, we have been fed a bunch of garbage. We have been made to push a lot of garbage. The black voice has been used to push a lot of garbage. Black women, mainly you. You have been used to push a lot of garbage. Your voice has been used, and the people that you represent are not informed, because the people that you represent, their only issue with somebody is how they feel about others. The issue, the people that you represent, is they just say he a racist and then they done all of a sudden. Like we just constantly living in the civil rights movement. We're not living in the civil rights era. It has been done. And see, look, I'm not even having this conversation or talking like this from the standpoint of some just super right wing conservative black man, none of that. Nah, I'm talking real. I'm talking real. I'm talking about we have an opportunity to really be advanced and get advanced if we come together as a people and understand that we're Americans. But what happens is we allow this Democratic Party to just peddle a bunch of garbage through us, because really it's elite. You want to talk about it being an oligarchy? Look at oligarch. Yeah, it's like look at all these rich people that was on the liberal side just peddling you garbage, even with this whole gender thing. The gender crisis is a middle America white thing. Do y'all not understand that? Okay, I'm going to say this again. The gender crisis, the gender thing, and even JD Vance said this, that is a middle, comfortable society, middle America white people who got even time and money to be giving gender therapy to kids. Why in the hell are we doing that? Why did we even think that was cool? How is that included in the civil rights movement to change your body? How was it ever included for you to change your body and say that that's a civil rights issue and it's not? And it's quite delusional. But we've let them lump that in with civil rights and have our women push for that. When you know that you need your man more than anything. You definitely don't need your man flipping and saying he want to be no girl. You already know this. But you've been used to peddle that garbage. Anything, entertainment, the same thing. These people spent $1 billion on that woman campaign and she didn't win. The times are changing. People are looking at their phones and getting all the information that they need to make sound decisions. Spent all that money peddling garbage and BS to us. And then they're mad at Nelly and Snoop Dogg for going to perform for Donald J. Trump. Make that make sense. Make that make sense. Politically, that's why I'm saying we have to wake up. It would be good for us to back up, back up, back up, back up, back up from that Democratic Party because it's just dangerous. And really give Donald Trump a try and see how this. We have to understand politics better, and we just don't. And where are the men over there for them Democrats? Let me talk to y'all. Because if it's going to be all this critique on Donald Trump and what he's doing and what he ain't doing and blah, 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 what are you doing politically to restructure the party over there to answer some of the questions for everyone? Because it's not just going to be just you. They not, listen, the reparations thing, they not even on that. They not even on that. The thing, here's the situation. The civil rights movement makes it multicultural. The civil rights movement, this is what y'all need to understand about Martin Luther King. And this is why it's so important that this is all happening today. Because when Martin Luther King went and fought for them rights, he was no longer just fighting for black people. Do y'all realize that? What did he say? For all men. No matter what you are, no matter you're human, you're entitled to some rights. That's what he said. I don't know what you saying, Patrick. I'm gonna let you stick around because you don't even know what I'm saying right now. But let me tell you about the woke term. Y'all just using a term that somebody gave to y'all because woke ain't don't mean none of that bullshit that y'all saying. Woke has gotten hijacked by the alphabet community and everybody else trying to push some more odd agenda. When woke is first off, woke is a black term. So when we say woke, we mean that hey, we are aware of what's going on. In my opinion, Donald Trump is woke because he know what's going on. He is aware and conscious of what's happening in this reality. Y'all go ahead hit that like button. We turning up. Come on. Y'all in here watching. We in here politicking. Y'all go ahead hit that like button. Go ahead hit that subscribe button. Put 50K in the chat. I'm Boyd, you the Charm Guy. You tuned in to the Charm Hour where we have uncomfortable, controversial conversations. Y'all go ahead and go ahead hit that like button right now. We finna get into it. First off, I hate the fact that y'all took woke. Woke is not your word. Y'all out here misusing shit. Now, let me tell you something. I voted for Donald Trump. I talk about Donald Trump and politically why we need to do it. But here's where I'm different from a lot of people, especially a lot of black people. Oh, I know that the white man has racist tendencies. I know that the white man got racist tendencies. He's done it before. He did. Hey, he can say what he want to say. He built the country off that. Now, we're not going to run away from the truth. Just because I can get up here and critique black people, this is not a gateway for somebody on the opposite side to come say anything extreme or erroneous and think that I'm not on time with what I'm talking about. Because at the end of the day, this DEI and all this other crap that they're complaining about, there is a level of discontent amongst white people and the white man because the mirror has been held up to their face so much. You've never seen white people be ridiculed this much for being racist. You ain't never seen that. Do you think in 1965 you could tell a white man he out of pocket for being racist? No, my bad, let's back it up. You think in 1962 you could have walked up to a white man and told him what he can do with his racism and he was going to lose his job? Man, this white people right now rolling over in their grave. So the white man need not run from this. Oh, yes, sir. You are very much so complicit in the issue. But now you must say that it's got to be a meritocracy and it's got to be colorblind. See, that's not going to issue. This is what I need black people to understand. That is not going to address the issues that racism, the results of it. It's not. But see, here's the thing. You have to know that you have to address it's internal. We have internal philosophical issues based on racism, not legislation. That's what he's saying. He's saying, hey, racism is no longer legislated. So you can go do what you want to do. You can't sit up here and get into places because of the color of your skin because it's no longer legislated. He can't get up there and discriminate. You are woven into the Constitution. You have to understand that you are woven into the Constitution. So at the end of the day, you are an American and you need to go after your American rights and be a part of the American political system. But the white man had to do what he had to do to correct his wrongs from slavery. He feels as though he's done that. He's not giving you nothing else. He don't want to give you reparations. No, he don't want to make sure it's 3, 4, 5 of y'all in the workplace because he gotta have you there. No. And I've been saying that shit was coming. Instead of worrying about entertainment, instead of worrying about the old ignorant ass shit that they be having us on, we need to tell our kids to go to college, get in the STEM programs, do what other cultures have done. They took advantage of education. So I don't want to see us getting up here and letting other elitists control us and what we think and saying how racist Donald Trump is, how messed up he is, when the Democratic Party is complicit. First off, let me tell you something, Patrick James, and I'm going to let you stick around for a little bit. Reparations is not a white issue. It's a federal government issue. We're talking about what the federal government did. We know that 1.3 billion pounds of cotton over that was picked. We know that there was land promised that did not get to us. We know that we were purposefully withheld from getting into the economy the way white Americans did, and we're Americans. We know that. That's why we talking about reparations. Ain't nobody being lazy. Don't talk about laziness and where we are, when we talking about finance, because it's more white Americans on social assistance than anybody. So going on with that. We're not finna do that. We're not gonna play we're not coming here to play the race game because that's a form of race baiting too. What we're here to do is to discuss what's really going on in our society as Americans, and I'm tailoring this to black people to get them to understand why we need to get up. I'm gonna let you speak only but so much, but this really ain't your conversation to be having. This ain't your conversation to be having. This conversation is specifically for the black community to get up and understand where you are in society as an American. That's why I don't have a problem with the FBA. That's why, which Foundational Black American. I don't have no problem with that terminology because what it does is it links you to a benefit. See, who you are links you to a benefit. Who you are, I'm going to say this again. Who you are links you to your benefit. And by being a United States citizen, you are linked into certain benefits. But we have to understand when we start talking about FBA, Foundational Black Americans, or American descendants of slaves, it is linking us to a benefit. But you don't got no determination on whether we get reparations or not because it's a federal government issue and it can be talked about. We don't care how you feel about that. We don't care how you feel about that. We talking about 13% of the population, yes, that do need reparations. Reparations because that is going to get us out of a subgroup of the population that we have been there. Dog, we having a discussion. The federal government should. The federal government should pay for it. They got trillions of dollars. They know how to allocate the funds. How did they get the money? Y'all do have to understand something, right? The United States of America does not become the power it becomes without free labor. Y'all understand that, right? Yeah, the taxpayers. Y'all paying for everything else. You don't know what you're paying for. Let me tell you this. I have to get you to understand this. Free labor is how the United States becomes a powerhouse. Y'all go ahead and get them like buttons up. Hit the like button. I'm gonna go to 10 before I keep on. Y'all get it up to 10. Come on, let's get them likes up. Let's go. Let's go. We talking good talk. We into it now. The conversation is open for everybody. Everybody can get involved. Hey, yes, taxpayers should pay for it because the free labor is how we got the money in the first place. I don't care if you like it or appreciate it. Taxpayer, you paying for Ukraine, you paying for all these other, you paying for a lot of stuff. So don't say that. All that is that's rooted in hatred and internal and racism, not systemic racism, but personally. Yeah, yes, it should be paid for by taxpayers. Hit the like button. Let's get them likes up. Let's go to 10 likes. Come on, let's get them likes up. Hit that like button. Let's get them likes up. I don't think we should be in Ukraine either. I don't think we should be in Ukraine. Come on, y'all hit that like button. Let's get them likes up. We're going to 10. Come on, 10. Y'all just tap it. Tap that like button. I honestly feel like that's what's going to happen. I think that Ukraine is going to become a part of Russia. Come on. That's what I'm talking about, y'all. Come on. Yeah, I love that. Let's get them likes up. Come on, let's get it up. We're going to 10 likes. We talking about this inauguration. We talking about Donald Trump. We talking about racism. Let me set the stage. I voted for Donald Trump. I'm a black man in America who voted for Donald Trump, who talks about our racial dynamic. I do. Let's get it up. Come on. I appreciate that. Appreciate that like. Let's get up to 10 likes. 6 more likes. Let's go, y'all. 6. We just need 6 more. Let's hit that like. Um, Appreciate that like. Come on, let's hit it. Hit it again. Get it up. Get it up. 6 more. Yeah, I mean, I'm just saying, but I want to have a conversation because I believe in nationalism. I believe in us having nationalism, and I believe in us being America. But we gotta talk about it. I appreciate that. Let's get them likes up. Let's go. 6 more likes. 6. Come on. Let's go, y'all. Yeah, I love it. Come on, y'all active today. We active today, baby. Let's get them likes up. Come on. America first. I believe in America first. Hit that like button if you agree. Come on. America first. If you believe in America first, hit that like button. I appreciate that. If you believe in freedom of speech, hit that like button. If you believe you should have the freedom to say what you want to say, hit that like button. Let's get them likes up. If you feel like you should have the freedom to just voice your opinions and don't be prosecuted by your government, hit that like button. Come on, let's get them likes up. We should be able to say whatever, right? Come on, get them likes up if you believe in freedom. Get them likes up. Come on, that's what I'm talking about. Come on. Get them likes up if you believe in meritocracy. Come on, yeah, that's how. Come on, 4 more likes, 4 more likes. Get that likes up. Get them likes up if you believe in a true meritocracy, where guess what? It's based on merits. Come on, get them up. Come on, 10 likes and we finna heat it up. We finna just go. We finna get in. We finna get into it. And I'm gonna tell you why I believe that Donald Trump ideology gonna work. Let's get it up. Come on, let's get them likes up. But what I got y'all, everybody has to understand this too. Come on, 3 more likes. 3 more likes. Let's go. I appreciate that. I want y'all to understand that we have to be about nationalism. We have to be about America because America does look different than it ever has before. You do have to have a society that is colorblind, so to speak. But the way that you heal that is to get under the umbrella of being an American. Y'all, come on, let's get them likes up so we can get into this message. 3 likes, 3 more likes. Come on. Because I want to tell you, and black people need to open their ears to this and understand why we got to talk about nationalism. And you can't see, I used to think that the Democratic Party, this whole like, that they were not into like being globalists, but I totally believe that. They don't believe in nationalism. They don't really believe in, this country, being American proud. No, they don't believe in that. That's why they're trying to say that man a fascist. That man ain't no fascist. Y'all get them likes up. Come on, 3 more likes. Let's go. Let's get them likes up. We had a good day. Get them likes up if you appreciate what MLK did. Hit that like button. Hit that like button. Hit that like button if you heard the speech from Donald Trump, and which was a fabulous, fabulous speech, by the way. Hit that like button. Come on, let's get it up. Y'all need to hit that like button. We getting the 10 likes, 10 to get in. Let's go. Let's get them likes up. 10 to get in. 5 more likes. Let's go. Get them likes up. Let's go. Yeah, Donald Trump, man. Let me tell you about Donald Trump. Donald Trump having the ideology that he has and putting that install that he has as far as people around him that believes in a meritocracy and having it is one of the most important things that's gonna help America be great again. Because you do have to look at education where we are. You have to look at academia where we are in the world. Man, education hasn't been a big thing for us. We need to make that key. Education is going to be key. And what he's saying is, hey, we want the best of the best no matter what you look like. I don't want people in here specifically because they're black or because they're brown or because they say I have to put people in here just to have a different culture of people. I want people in here that are capable. I want people that's going to come in here and do the work and make us great. So guess what we have to do? We got to get down into education. Technology. Did you hear today when he said, "Hey, we put the world in the palm of your hand"? America was a part of that. Getting people into space. We did that. Look at what we've done as a country. Freed the slave. He said that today. We freed the slaves. We did. America righted is wrong. Even when I talk reparations, I'm talking about it from a standpoint of, yes, we deserve it. Yes, we should get it. This is why. But I'm not hinging everything on that. That's a feeling. That's a political issue that may not come to fruition. At the end of the day, we still have to talk about what we going to do in this country for our people. And that's all people. People that are American citizens. Because collectively, we have built a great country. But we got to get back to the basics, man. Education. Make your military strong again, too. Close the borders. Seal them up. Now, I'm going to be honest with you. I think the play on the cartel is really just setting the federal government up to be able to have cannabis sales. Because I see that that's where it's going. Man, reparations, again, I just told you, reparations is, of course people aren't going to feel that way. Of course somebody, some second, third generation American or whatever the case may be, is going to feel like, oh, I don't feel like another group should get reparations, but you don't understand American history. Again, we not finna waste our time fighting over that. That's one thing. What we need to say is collectively, we are Americans. We are from the United States of America, country first, and what's going to be good for our country. Everyone who is a citizen of the United States of America. And that's what Martin Luther King fought for. It is so fitting that that be said today. For all people in this country, in the United States of America, American citizens, to have these freedoms, hold hand in hand, and make this country great. And that's what we need to be doing. So yes, make it a meritocracy. Make this country a place where it's colorblind. Yes, do that. That's exactly what we need to be doing. I'm all for that. White men, black men need to be buds. Get past the crap. Put the racism down. We are from America. We are American citizens. And guess what we want? We want our borders sealed. We want our military strong, and we want our families together. That's what we want. And we want boys to go to boys' restrooms, and we want girls to go to girls' restrooms, and that not even be a thing. That's what we want. We can get that in this country. So specifically, again, when I'm talking to black folk and I'm saying, hey, y'all up here crying and losing y'all mind, talking about how racist and terrible it's going to be, are y'all understanding what's happening and what's going on? What racism are you facing as a black man and black woman right now? So let me get this straight. Somebody just coming to your house and burning crosses in your yard and things like that of that nature? No. The financial issue that you're in is because we don't have families anymore. Go look at the statistics and the numbers. That's why we talk about family on this channel. Where are you at when you having babies out of wedlock? What's the percentage of that? Over 64% of black people raising kids in a single parent household. Obama didn't bring no racism back. Y'all need to stop misusing the word racism. We know what racism is. Hey, I'm going to say this to white people. Yes, people are ridiculing you for the past. And I know that you may not represent your forefathers. But the sins of your father falls on his other generations. Don't it say that in the Bible? So the best thing you can do as a white man, this is what white people need to do. White people need to vehemently, which many of them do, hey, we not down with the racism. That's what Donald Trump did today. That's what white people are doing now. Hey, we don't see color. We want to have a meritocracy. We all Americans. Just run that play, and you ain't got to feel guilty about racism or whatever no more. Obama ain't bring racism back. Obama brought in gay marriage, which, if you ask me, in my opinion, destroyed society. That's what Obama did. And it came through the hands of a black man because they lumped that in, those elitists on that Democratic side lumped that in with the civil rights movement, when the civil rights movement was supposed to just specifically address black folk. So we got to understand what racism is. Racism was a collective power of white men that did create the country and create class based off of that. They did that. But you know what they did? They say we're gonna right our wrongs and take it out of legislation. We're gonna make black men. They had to make black people full men in the Constitution because we were property. So we can't forget that. But what Obama did is exactly right. So see, look, I've always said that the conservative white man and the heterosexual black man are really aligned and are best friends because we're going through the same thing. Because I've long said it's not gonna be racism no more. It's gonna be a gender. It's gonna be gender and sex issues that come about. It's not gonna be race no more. And I think we all collectively, I've said this already. This is why we wanted the man in. It didn't matter what you said about him. We wanted him in because we're getting tired of this super liberal society that's just free for all. Y'all go ahead and get the likes up. Ooh, we're Americans. I'm proud to be an American. Get the likes up if I have any Americans in here that's if you proud to be American, hit that like button. If you are proud of to just say be able to say what you want to say, go ahead and hit that like button. Let's do that. We getting tired of this super liberal society that where you can just be anything you want to be and it's like no shame to it. Families, our conventional families have gone away. We want our families to be families again. We believe that marriage is between a man and a woman. That's what we believe. We believe that uh families are important and are at the center of society. That's what we believe. That's what we want in this country. We are tired of the identity politics. It's an issue. I can tell you that. Even as a black man, I feel like identity politics totally ruined the Democratic Party. It totally ruined. Did y'all hear if you watched the inauguration when he said we're gonna represent two genders, male and female, barely anybody? I mean, it was great clapping in there, but it was pretty much split down the middle. That is ridiculous. How we don't know what a woman is? That is crazy. Kamala spent $1 billion trying to convince people she was black. They spent $1 billion. Crazy. We got tired of that collectively. We said, we're tired of that, and the country spoke. So you finna have a lot of crybabies out there. Hey, where this is finna be? You finna hear so much crying, but he is already coming in doing his thing. Yeah, it's don't know what a woman is, and don't know how to protect women at all. And then you have the real women that aren't getting any protection because they can't play sports without boys being in. Dog, we're letting this teenage boy who wants to be a girl play in sports? We actually this is a fight that has had to go on in the country. When have we ever had to deal with that? When have we ever had to deal with that? So you had to have somebody come in. You had to have somebody come in and take care of that and just say out loud, hey, we gotta center ourselves again with morals too. Great prayer by was that Billy Graham Jr., Billy Graham's son? I don't know. I guess he Billy Graham Jr. He must be. With great prayer. We need prayer too. All of that, man. All of that good stuff. You're going to see a red wave all the way. You're going to see more conservatism, more people voting Republican. I think you do unite the country that way. I think racism, I think you finna see whatever racism is go away. I'm being honest. And it's going to happen because we're going to unite more politically, and where I'm sure that I have white people right here right now watching and saying, and still here watching me talk. We do. Somebody just said 47-year-old white man. But we can collectively come together and say we are Americans. We believe in the American dream, and this is what we're going to do, and this is how we're going to operate, and this is what, yes. You voted for Trump. I voted for Trump. We're gonna let's sit down and have a beer and talk about where we want to see this country go. Oh yeah, you're gonna see that. You're seeing more places are turning red. This is happening in Canada. This is happening in a lot of other places where you're seeing conservative people come in and just move the wave because we are tired of such a perverse nation. I said it on this channel before that perversion will bring the nation down. You can't have a perverse nation and a successful one, especially when you have other countries that are hot on our tails. China's a big deal. With China, I've been saying this for quite some time that China is China is communism, yes. The way they run the way they run their government, but China is they are mimicking free enterprise. Do y'all realize that? Like how they're gaining money. That is like what the number 2 economy in the world. You better get some nationalism. You better get that perversion out your country. You better make your military strong because adversaries are watching and seeing where we're vulnerable at. One of the places that we are vulnerable is social media. We need American companies running this thing. However, they can't infringe on our rights. They can't take our freedom of speech. They shouldn't be censoring us. This is a powerful tool. But I'm not like, see, I knew that this is where I wanted my platform to be and where I wanted to grow. And Greatest American Alive, the other channel that I'm on, by the way, was just like, do YouTube. And so I was never like scared of losing this channel, even though on YouTube, there are guidelines and rules that you have to follow as well. But I never was like, when you look at TikTok, they could totally be taking people's information. China's also bought a lot of land here. Hey, let me tell you something else. China has also, we buy a lot of medication. They export medication here. Like okay, I had a guy from Big Stick Bourbon on my show, and I actually posted it in the community. This guy owns his own bourbon company here in Houston, right? And very smart dude. This dude's a genius, man. This dude like a 65-year-old white dude, own this company, got some bread or whatever. We just talking politics. So one of the things that kind of unite us, hey, he voted for Trump, I voted for Trump. So we get to talking politics and everything that we had issues with and why we voted for Trump, a lot of it just lined up. And one of the issues we have is China. China, we were talking about how much medication China exports here, like a high percentage of it. Look this up. A high percentage of our medication comes from China. Do you know from a military strategic standpoint how dangerous that is? Like, these are the things that no one's talking about. Like, people are having conversations, but I don't give a damn about that ancillary bullshit when you got stuff like that going on. No. So wait a minute. Potentially a country that's involved in heavy espionage, exporting you things, watching your citizens. You don't think that that's dangerous? So what if these content creators lose their money? Go to other platforms. We have plenty of them. You've got YouTube, you've got Instagram, you got Facebook, you have all these other platforms. And yes, I know all these platforms have the ability, and the federal government has showed you that, which is why we have to spank their hand on that. They have the ability to come in and get your information. Yes. But what do you do when it's a foreign adversary? What do you do when it's a country? Like, y'all need to go look at Sean Ryan if y'all don't look at Sean Ryan and look at all those intelligence people that he have on his channel and what they're saying. You go think about like Russia putting hits on so I'm a veteran, by the way. I'm a Navy veteran. So all veterans, you know what I'm saying? I hope we got some veterans out here in the chat right now who was sensitive to this. But I mean, you're talking about taking away American soldiers, like Russia having, some kind of like, having these proxy wars and things like that. And you're taking out American soldiers, sailors, Marines, Air Force, whatever the case may be. China's going to be involved in this too. You got to think because it may not be their adversary. We stand for something different, okay? Terrorists want to come at us. They may not have an issue, a terrorist group may not have this issue with China. China is going to be okay to just, say, okay, hey, I'll rock with them. The Hamas thing, listen, okay, we know we don't want to see war. We don't want to see people getting killed, innocent civilians. We don't want to see that. But Hamas is a terrorist group linked to other terrorist groups. So, yeah, maybe you don't want Israel getting busy on things. Maybe you feel like politically Israel has some issues. We understand that. But they are fighting a terrorist group. Like, for us to think that terrorism doesn't exist, for us to think that terrorism don't exist is wild. It's wild. So when we're thinking about politics, when we're thinking about politically where we should be, we have to see it all. Not just what the media's pushing on us. We got to see it all. And again, that's why I think collectively we voted Trump in. I'm going to be honest. I like what he's talking about. I definitely think, going back to this China thing, right? And how powerful they are. I think we have, one of the things that will strengthen us is, yes, start putting, let me get this. This is a troll. Give me 1 second, y'all. This is what I think needs to happen. Hey, man, manufacturing has to return back. We got to manufacture. We got to go back to made in America. We got to go back to made in America. I think one of the things that will give us plenty of money. No, I need to watch it. Where can I find it, G? Where can I find riding the dragon? Cause I'm gonna go watch it. I love documentaries. One of the things that's gonna put us back and give us, hey, by the way, if y'all just tuning in, man, go ahead, hit that like button, hit the subscribe button, throw 50K in the chat. You tuned in to Boy Drew the Charm God. This is the Charm Hour where we have uncomfortable, controversial conversations, mainly relationship oriented, but I do politics. I talk about a lot of different things, so you might get all sorts of conversations here. But hey, y'all go ahead and hit that like button, hit that subscribe button, throw 50K in the chat. Why you throwing 50K in the chat? Because we are campaigning for 50,000 subscribers this year for this channel, and we're going to get them because we want 50,000 people. We're calling everybody, no matter who you are, no matter what color you are, to come into this channel with us and have uncomfortable, controversial conversations. Obviously, y'all know I'm an America First guy. I'm an American black man in the United States, born in Houston, Texas, live in Houston, Texas, served 8 years in the United States Navy. Very pro-American, pro my community. I'm pro-black too. I don't think that's un-American with me saying that, but I'm pro-American, meaning I love anybody who is, guess what? An American citizen. I love the world. I love anybody that's out there in the world. I don't love everybody. If you're an adversary and enemy, I don't know if you got, I think you have my prayers. The God's still working on me with the love part in regards to that, but that's a little bit about me. Let me get this, I gotta get them trolls out of here. But anyways, I appreciate y'all for coming through on this conversation. We are talking about, today we talking politics. Today we talking politics, okay? Um, I need black people to take on what what I believe is, if you are a descendant of a slave, you are an American citizen. You are an American. You are no different than the other American citizens who were born here and rooted here, white, Mexican, whatever the case may be. Those of us that are American citizens have been here a long time. We are brothers. We are brothers and sisters. And we got in-house fighting that we need to clean up, but we need our country to be safe. We need our country to get on the right path geopolitically, because there are other countries out here on our ass. We got to bring manufacturing back. I also think, I'm from a place that I live in the energy capital. So if we're exporting oil, making oil cheaper for us, and I believe that's a way, by just bringing more manufacturing, just producing and exporting more in the country, that's going to bring the cost of things down because it's going to bring more money to the country. We need these things. We want this, and we have to start talking about that together as a people. Redlining's not going to prevent us from doing anything anymore. We're not enslaved. All these generational curses is up to us to end. Because again, you have places like China and Russia and other places that, we're existing together in this world, but we are not friends. Y'all need to understand that and we have people from those countries here in this country that are citizens. But more of a reason why we should have nationalism, and we need to make sure our intelligence is on par, so we don't have anybody that's loyal to other countries here. I'm loyal to the United States. I don't know where else I'm going to go. I was born here. My family from here. Where else I'm going to go? I'm worried about here. And that's all of us. Black, white, Hispanic. If you from the United States, we got to worry about what's going on here. Look at all those black people you had in Chicago that's wearing red shirts. Somebody, they can't wait till Trump get in because immigration has become a problem for them. So we need to be worried about us. And I think this is the time that it happens. Democratic Party, you need to get back to politics. You need to get some men over there too, some real men with some nuts. And you need to get some men over there that's stiff, that can get back to politics, because we just may need that ideology in the future. We don't need it right now. But the one thing that I think y'all need to take away, get out of the perversion business. Get out of the perversive world. It's perversion. Y'all give me 2 more likes. Let's get them likes up. We going to 10 likes. little like message. We ain't too heavy today. Get them likes up. Let's go. We need 2 likes. Just two people. Boop. Hit that like button. 10 to get in. Yeah, man. I'm all for what I am all for where we are going in the future. But the Democratic Party, you have to get out of the perversion business. Got to get out of the, pandering business. Identity politics. You have to get out of that. We're done with that. We don't want to be a part of that no more. And black people need to disconnect. And we need to make black men, it's time, is this your time? This is your time to step up, take care of your family, be with your family. Stop getting these women pregnant and making them baby mamas. Go back to college. It's for you. You can go to college. Go to college. Get you an education. Get you a family get you a family and take care of your family. Don't be afraid in this moment of where he's saying, hey, we stopping all this censorship as far as like the federal government, doing it and these apps, hopefully they're abiding by that and let us speak our minds and make the age appropriate stuff go where it goes. This is your time to stand up. If you got some real shit to say that's truthful, stand up and say it. This is your time right now. Say it. Be a thought leader. That's what we got to do. America done got soft. It done got soft. Everybody's a winner. Everybody's not a winner. There are losers out there. And there's nothing wrong with losing because when you lose, you learn how to win. If you're a real winner, real winners know how to lose. Real winners know how to lose so they can come back and win because you have to analyze your mistakes. Yes, there's only 2 genders. That's it. We're tired of fentanyl coming in and killing people. Let's get that out of here. This national emergency at the border, sending troops down there. Hey, do it. It needs to happen. I'm all for making this country great again. Hey, man, I appreciate y'all for tuning in. Hit that like button. Hit that subscribe button. Remember, we on the 50,000 sub campaign. We gonna get it. We have uncomfortable, controversial conversations here. Everybody's welcome. I'm Boy Drew the Charm God. I'm glad that I'm an American. I'm proud to be an American. I love y'all. Peace.